Welcome back to the Rhode Show. This morning in the buzz, this is not exactly the most uplifting buzz we've ever done, but
sad news.
It is sad news. I mean, could this be the end of an era? Borders bookstores announced late yesterday they're shutting down nearly 400 locations, including 7 in southern New England. What was the second largest U.S. bookstore has canceled its upcoming bankruptcy hearing, and they'll be closing all 399 remaining stores for good. Now, some are actually shutting their doors this week. The final liquidation is expected to be complete by September. Thousands of workers will be losing their jobs. We're expecting, I believe, several hundred in southern New England will be out of a job. So, you know, we had talked about sort of this topic when we heard that some of them were closing, although Cranston had been spared for a time, about what do you think of the future of bookstores? Yeah. And this obviously brings it to light again, where they're closing every single store. What do you think, Michelle?
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. My 73-year-old aunt has a Kindle that she loves. So if my 73-year-old aunt has jumped into that technology, I haven't yet, but I'm, you know, I mean, if she is, then everybody can do it, obviously, and can enjoy it. She's got Parkinson's, so one of the things that was hard for her to turn pages of her book. So the fact that she can do one of those e-readers is really helpful. But I mean, I just think about college and when we would go to the bookstore and drink our coffee, and it was social, and it was just like part of the experience. And what's going to happen if they all close?
I know.
So sad.
I know. I don't think that they all will. But I think you're just going to see the field start to obviously get, don't you think, like more?
I think a big part of it is Borders was big for CDs too. Remember,
Yes.
everyone used to go get their CDs.
Yeah, you don't even get CDs anymore.
And
you just
DVDs.
buy a song on iTunes.
Everything is. So I feel like they lost that revenue source, and now, like you said, with the Kindles, my grandmother, same thing. They are on it because they have the big font, and it's easy for them. They don't have to go to the bookstore, which is nice. But I mean, it's so sad for me.
There's still something about having that paper copy of a book, though.
There is.
You're marking the pages.
Absolutely.
Or giving it as a gift.
Bookmark, or when somebody writes something in a book and you can't do that on an e-reader.
My mother, for the last 2 years, are you ready for a Kindle yet? Are you ready? And every holiday, birthday, Christmas. It's like, are you ready for a Kindle? And I'm like, I'm not there yet. Don't do it. First of all, I mean, I'm not reading that much because
you're just a little bit busy.
A little bit, but I don't know.
But I think that one of the other problems with these stores, unfortunately, is that they're so open and nice. I mean, you can go in there and read whatever you want, and they're not going to police you. And I've done it. We've all done it. Like, I'll go with the kids, and they want to look at their books, and I'll bring like a People magazine, and I'm like, burr, burr, burr. Don't get me in trouble, but we all do it.
We take our boys to the library all the time, and you even think like if bookstores are going, is there going to be a need for a library down the road, a town library?
I know.
Things at the library are going digital too, a lot of digital. But the kids' books is what is the saddest too, because I just remember as a kid going to the bookstore, you can make a day out of it. And now that I have nieces and nephews, I love going to buy them a book for gifts. Because
and I still think there'll always be some hard.
Parents aren't going to sit there with their Kindle at night reading to their kids.
Sometimes I think that the Kindle will come, like if you're traveling on an airplane and you want to like pull up a kid's book, that's going to be helpful. But there's just something about like my son being able to touch Pat the bunny and feel the soft bunny and lift up that you can't do in an e-reader.
You cannot.
Yeah.
I think about like the classics, like my father reading the Lorax to me, and I just can't imagine him going like boom, boom, like spinning from page to page,
Right.
I don't know.
But the other thing is online you can find such good deals. So I feel like when the economy got tough, people were really looking, how do I save that extra dollar?
I know.
And you're going to go to the websites where you can find the cheapest books.
And it's all about space too. We're in a society now where we want to we don't want clutter.
Right.
And when you think about what you can store on a little thing versus having shelves of stuff.
That's true too.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a tough call. I don't think that we're going to see bookstores all closed though. There's got to be a few.
No, but I think those big, huge box bookstores are going to have a tough time surviving.
Yeah.
Unless they come up with another way.
We'll see what happens.
I don't know, but Courtney, I'm sure a lot of people have an opinion about this. Is this the end of an era?
This has more comments than we've had on a buzz in, I don't know, a couple of weeks maybe. About 18 so far on our Facebook page, a couple on the live blog. Let's start there on foxprovidence.com. And Banjo says, I request all the newest books I'm interested in from the library. I go to the bookstore, see what new books interest me, then get them from the library. And Joe says, while it's sad to see Borders books go, I will not be affected because I've been downloading books on the Reader for over a year now. So here's the poll. We want to know, where are you guys all buying your books? A, bookstores, I enjoy the atmosphere. B, online, it's cheaper and easier. Or C, I download and read electronic books. We've also got the story story there a little more in depth about why Borders is closing, if this is the first you've heard about it. So here are some of the comments on our Facebook page. Amanda Marie says, I loved Borders. So many memories of hanging out there during my time at JWU with a cup of coffee and the free Wi-Fi. Marianne Ferguson says, I download books from the local library's website. Erin Blackman says, as a 10-year employee of the store, it is absolutely awful to have to say goodbye. My thanks to all who have been so loyal to us. Many of you have become like family. We will miss you. And then a couple of other people are saying they're so disappointed, and others are hoping to use their gift card pretty fast if they do close by the end of the year. Weigh in the poll. Tell us where you buy your books, and we'll have the answer for you at the end of the show. But